She wasn't the strongest. She wasn't the loudest. Most people didn't even notice her. But the dragon did. And that changed everything. The arena opened before us. Massive. Alive. Stone platforms rose in layered tiers. Floating steps hovered mid-air, shifting slightly. Glowing sigils pulsed faintly along the edges. At the very top, the final platform. The orb. It pulsed with quiet power. Waiting. Candidates. The instructor's voice echoed across the arena. Step forward. Show us your skill. Prove yourselves worthy. My heart pounded, but my body stayed still. Watching, learning, the first candidate ran forward without hesitation. Confident, too confident, he leapt. His foot landing on the first floating step, it shifted. His balance broke instantly. Careful, someone shouted. He scrambled, arms flailing, nearly falling before catching himself. A ripple of nervous laughter moved through the crowd. I didn't laugh. I watched. The way the step moved, the way it reacted. A girl stepped forward next. More cautious, her foot slipped, just slightly. Watch out, I whispered. The step steadied beneath her, just enough. She caught herself, looked back at me. Thank you, she breathed. I blinked. I stopped. I hadn't touched anything. Above, something shifted. I felt it before I saw it. Riven, circling again, watching, not the others. Me. Next, the instructor called. The gauntlet loomed ahead, a corridor of motion and chaos. Spinning pillars, blades of wind, wheels of fire and ice rotating unpredictably. Go! Candidates rushed in. One collided with a pillar, another misjudged a leap. A third barely avoided a sweeping arc of flame. I stepped forward, slowly, not rushing, feeling. The air shifted around me, subtle, responsive. My fingers brushed a glowing sigil. It pulsed, faintly brighter. What is that? I whispered, no answer. Just the feeling that the arena was listening. A narrow beam stretched across open air. Below, whirling wind and fractured light. A girl froze halfway across. I can't, she whispered. You can, someone shouted. I watched her, focused. The beam steadied, just slightly. Enough. She moved again, slowly, safely. I exhaled. Something inside me had shifted. The morning sun spilled through the tall windows of the orphanage, casting long shadows across the stone floor. I sat at the edge of my bed, hands folded in my lap, quiet as ever. Around me, the others moved quickly, packing, whispering, trying to hide their nerves. I didn't speak. I just listened. Nyra. Mistress Elra's voice came softly from the doorway. I looked up. She stood there, calm, steady, unshaken by the chaos in the room. It's time, she said. A pause. The tournament begins today. The room stilled. Even the whispers faded. Remember who you are, she continued. Her gaze moved across all of us, then stopped on me. And what you are capable of. Then, quieter, almost just for me. Nyra, trust yourself. I nodded, slowly. Trust myself? I wasn't sure I knew how. The streets were already packed. Crowds pressed against the barricades. Voices rising, overlapping. Excitement thick in the air. Dust, heat, magic. It all swirled together. I stayed close to the others from the orphanage, not leading, not falling behind. Just there. Then a shadow passed overhead. The crowd shifted instantly. Heads tilted upward. Voices changed. That's him, someone whispered. Look at his dragon. I followed their gaze. A dragon cut through the sky, jet black, its wings folding like shadows against the sun. Silent, effortless. Its rider sat tall in the saddle, still, controlled. Gray eyes scanning everything below. Riven Ashkar, they say he's never lost a trial. Even the wind bends to him. The whispers spread like fire. I should have felt something. Awe, fear, excitement. But I didn't. I felt something else. Recognition, like I had noticed him before I even saw him. The dragon, Nexar, circled once more, then disappeared beyond the arena walls. But the feeling stayed. The streets were already packed. Crowds pressed against the barricades, voices rising, overlapping, excitement thick in the air, dust, heat, magic. It all swirled together. I stayed close to the others from the orphanage, not leading, not falling behind, just there. Then a shadow passed overhead. The crowd shifted instantly, heads tilted upward, voices changed. "That's him," someone whispered. Look at his dragon." I followed their gaze. A dragon cut through the sky, jet black, its wings folding like shadows against the sun. Silent, effortless. Its rider sat tall in the saddle, still, controlled, gray eyes scanning everything below. Riven Ashkar? They say he's never lost a trial. Even the wind bends to him. The whispers spread like fire. I should have felt something. Awe, fear, excitement. But I didn't. I felt something else. Recognition. Like I had noticed him, before I even saw him. The dragon, Nixar, circled once more, then disappeared beyond the arena walls. But the feeling stayed. The air changed. Heavier. A shadow descended. Massive. Ancient. Black scales absorbed the light. Violet eyes flickered like distant lightning. My breath caught. Then, a voice, not around me, inside me. "I am Drakthar Vaelrin." The name hit like thunder. I tried to say it. "Drakthar Vaer." A low rumble echoed. Amusement. "Vaelrin," he said gently. "That will suffice for you." "Vaelrin," I repeated softly. The bond ignited instantly. Not heat, not pain, power, steady, ancient, alive. "Do you choose me?" I didn't hesitate. "Yes." Dragons moved among the candidates. Some passed by without a glance. Others paused, then moved on. A girl from the orphanage stood still, waiting. No dragon came. Another turned away, tears forming. A boy clenched his fists in frustration. Not everyone would be chosen. I understood that now. Vaelrin stepped forward, slow, certain. "You are mine," he said, "and I am yours." The world went quiet. I stepped closer, heart racing, then climbed onto his back. The moment I did, everything changed. His wings spread wide. The ground fell away beneath us. The arena, the crowd, everything became small. The wind rushed past, alive, free, endless, above. Another shadow moved, Riven, watching, not approaching, not speaking, but seeing. Something no one else did. And for the first time, I wondered what he saw. The arena felt different now, quieter, heavier. The roar of the crowd had faded, replaced by the low hum of magic still lingering in the air. I stood beneath Vaelrin's wing, not riding him, not flying, just standing. His presence loomed above me, massive, steady, a shield of shadow and warmth. Even without touching him, I could feel him. "Stay close," his voice rumbled in my mind. "Observe. This moment matters." I nodded, though he didn't need to see it. Unchosen candidates, step forward. The instructor's voice cut cleanly across the arena. The remaining students moved slowly, some hesitant, some already knowing. I watched them, really watched them. 2 girls from the orphanage stood side by side. One tried to smile, the other didn't try at all. "We'll try again next year," one whispered. "Yeah." But her voice didn't believe it. A boy nearby slammed his fist into a stone pillar. "This is ridiculous," he muttered. "I was better than half of them." No one answered him, because deep down, we all knew this wasn't just about skill. "Those not chosen as riders will still serve the academy," the instructor continued. "You will be sorted into divisions based on your strengths." Names began to be called. "Elemental scholars!" 2 candidates stepped forward, hands already sparking faint traces of fire and water. "Beast masters!" A girl hesitated, then moved forward, eyes fixed on the creatures beyond the gates. Tacticians! Several others followed, their expressions sharp, calculating. Each group was guided away, separated, reassigned, lives, shifting in real time. I felt something twist in my chest. That could have been me. Valrin shifted slightly above me, not restless, aware. Do not look at what you were not given, he said quietly. Look at what you now carry. I swallowed. It feels like a lot, I admitted. A low rumble echoed in my mind, not laughter, something softer. It is, he said, and you are only beginning to understand it. Riders. The instructor turned toward us now, his gaze sharpened. You have been chosen. A pause. That is not a reward. Silence fell. It is responsibility. He stepped forward slowly, measured. You will train for the next 2 to 3 years. You will learn your dragon, your abilities, and your limits. Some of you will not make it. A ripple of tension moved through the group. If you fail your trials, he continued, you will be reassigned. Messengers, healers, transport. No one spoke, because we understood what he wasn't saying. This path was not guaranteed. You will also study dragon behavior, he said. Types, temperament, power. A pause. And the ones we cannot control. A shift in the air. Subtle, but noticeable. Chaos dragons, he said. A few riders stiffened. They are unstable, violent, unpredictable. They do not bond. I felt Valrin before he spoke. Listen carefully, he murmured. His voice was quieter now, deeper. Most dragons the humans call wild. A pause. Are not what they seem. My breath slowed. They are not chaotic, he continued. They are untethered. Untethered? I asked mentally. A dragon without its bond. Another pause. I was incomplete. A weight settled in my chest. Some have lost their riders, he said. Some have not yet found them. I swallowed. So they're not dangerous? A soft rumble. They are dangerous, he corrected, but not by nature. By absence. The words lingered. Then, and some, his voice lowered further, could be reached. My heart skipped. How? A pause, longer this time. Through a thread, he said, one that not all can feel. Something stirred inside me, faint but real. Movement caught my attention. Riven stood at the edge of the arena, Nixar behind him, silent as shadow. His gaze wasn't casual. It was focused. On me. I felt it again. That strange pull, not like Valrin. Different, sharper. Valrin's presence brushed against my thoughts. Do not let it distract you, he said. You have your own path. But I still looked. Just for a second. Riven didn't look away. A figure approached him quickly, leaning close, whispering something I couldn't hear. Riven's expression didn't change, but something in his posture did. He straightened, turned, and walked away, without a word. But just before he disappeared, he glanced back at me. Riders, the instructor called again. You will be assigned temporary barracks and stables. You will live alongside your dragons. A ripple of quiet reactions moved through the group. Your permanent wing assignments will come after your 6-month trials. If you fail, you may try again the following year. A pause. Failure twice is rare. But it happens. No one asked what came after that. We didn't need to. The arena slowly began to empty. Groups separated. Paths diverged. Everything was changing. I stood still for a moment longer, then turned, following the others toward the barracks. Valrin's presence settled around me, steady, certain. This is where it begins, he said. It already feels like too much, I admitted. A low, quiet rumble answered me. Good, he said. That means you are paying attention. I almost smiled. Above us. The sky stretched wide and endless, but something about it felt different now, like it was watching, waiting. And somehow, I knew. This was only the beginning. Do you think the dragon chose Nyra because of who she is? Or because of something she doesn't even understand yet? If you were Nyra, would you trust this power or be afraid of it?